All
Just
right.
me and you talking, and they can just, like I said, listen in. If they put something in the comments, then you know. I
No,
think
I
probably I'm gonna
obviously
title it
can't.
because it's gonna give me an opportunity to put a title in here in a second. I think I'm gonna title it just me chatting with another trucker or me chatting with.
Oh hell.
Hang on 1 second. This damn thing keep popping up. Avast. Say again, sweetie. Oh, I think we already live.
We're good. I promise. I closed out the wrong thing. I clicked the YouTube button up there and it says view to stream. I
Uh,
figured it would kind of slide yours to the side right here, and then I could look at that and kind of read the comments. But at this point, man, it's just me, you, the phone. So
right. And let me close this out real quick. Hang on 1 second, because I can still hear that. All right, cool. All right, man. So I'm not even watching the YouTube screen right now. So if anybody listening to us, me and Chris Ward about to chop it up a little bit, about to talk to another truck driver. We just gonna chop it up for a little bit. We do that sometime. Me and Chris is actually considering doing a podcast together, right? Something along the theme of two different drivers talking about one job. So tonight, me and him just chopping up. Whoever want to listen in, feel free to listen in. I'm not really keeping an eye on the chat right now. I'll see if I can pop in there in a few though. If anybody leaves a comment or whatever, I will check them out. But for right now, it's just two truckers chopping it up, man. And if you guys want to listen in, feel free to. I'm sure Chris or me, some good content gonna come out of here. Some jewels gonna come out of here. So
something could come out of it.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. So what's going on with you, man?
All right, man. We're in Chicago.
You in Chi-Town.
Oh man, the truck is down. Well, it's not down. It's still up, but we lost oil pressure a couple times past couple days,
I dig it.
and I've had to jump out and shoot some ether. Don't like doing that. You can hear that knocking noise, sound like the little man on top of the motor. Tick, tick, tick. I don't like doing that vapor lock stuff. You mess stuff up. So
Mm-hmm.
we got to get a oil pressure sensor. It's in the shop for that. Also, it's time. We just put a new engine in that Volvo that we run. So the oil pressure sensor, the what is it? The fuel filter. Where you prime the fuel filter
Mm-hmm.
for the Volvo. It's just a little button on top of a housing. The housing is leaking too. So we're losing fuel pressure. We're losing oil pressure. On top of that, we need AC because we just got this motor, 400,000 miles. We ain't put AC in it yet. And the valve cover on top of the engine is leaking as well. So we're blowing out $100 in oil a week on top of
Dang.
being hot, sweating our butts off
Uh-huh.
while we're constantly having to stop and prime this thing when, there's no idle zone sometimes. So you have to cut your truck off when you get loaded in certain places.
Uh-huh.
And we're having to cut it off. If you're off for more than 30 minutes, but you know that a live load is going to take longer than 30 minutes, average time, I don't know, man, an hour or two. It depends on if you go in a mom and pop's business, I'm guaranteed you're going in an hour.
Yeah.
But if you go to
A
somewhere
bigger
like
place.
Walmart or Amazon or anybody like that, they're going to take 2 or 3 hours, drop your trailer, come back and see us.
Uh-huh.
We'll call you when it's ready.
Or the mom and
Ridiculous, man.
pops gonna get you done faster.
You bet you, man, because they like making that money.
Yeah.
See, these distributions already making their money. They don't care
Yeah.
about
You
us.
just we just a number. You just a number to them. You
Exactly. And
just
that's what I
you
tried to
just
tell
another
people
trucker.
before. That's what I
Yeah.
tried to tell them before whenever, you had made a video and I posted a comment about, find you a company that you can go to where it's a mom and pop's business where they're going to treat you with respect.
Yeah.
They're going to treat you like a person and not like a number or just somebody to fill a seat,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Walmart or anybody like that. Everybody want a job at Walmart,
Yeah.
FedEx, and all that crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
you been, man? How's the
Yeah.
week? So well, it's only Monday. How was your Monday?
Everything was pretty much as expected today, man. Somebody else was asking me that earlier today, and I was just letting them know, pretty much as expected. Ain't much to talk about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, you know what I mean? So
That's
did my
definitely a good thing.
did my two today. Tinkered around with the truck a little bit this weekend, adjusted my brakes, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I got to do something. I noticed today, man. Actually, I noticed Friday. My temperature gauge is going up when I let my truck
how
idle. Say again?
okay.
Yeah, when I let my truck idle for, you know, an hour, maybe even a half hour, you know, and just noticed it like Friday. I got out the truck for a while and was I was in the place or whatever, and I kind of even really forgot that my truck was running that long. You know what I mean? That I didn't plan on being in there long. When I came back out, my temperature gauge was up at like 220, and it normally, you know, I expected to maybe go up a little bit. Normally, I'm at about 180. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
and then
170, 180 is normal.
yeah. And then
And then running around 210, the fan should cut on.
yeah. So I don't know what that is. Like I said, I noticed today when I let it idle a couple times, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes or whatever, maybe a half hour, because I ain't really let it idle too much longer than that. I was cutting it off today. I noticed my gauge started to go up. I'm like, what's up with that right there? I don't know what that is.
You check your
So
antifreeze, of course, I'm sure. It's still
Yeah.
full, right?
Yep. And going along the road, you know what I mean? When it does that, you know, I'm going along the road, I'm at 180.
You're
You know what I
good,
mean? Right
yeah.
where it normally is, you know.
How
So
much weight you think you pulling altogether?
I know what I'm pulling.
You know, he said,
I
I
know
know
what
what
I'm
I'm
pulling. Yeah,
pulling.
I know what I'm pulling. Yeah.
We'll keep it at
My,
that.
my second run today was 80,000 and
Okay.
40 pounds to be exact.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the DOT does give you 400 pounds over
Well, that's
on
good.
whichever tandem you need it.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Okay.
After 400, you done.
Yeah.
Better call another guy out to suck some of that out the top.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
man.
crazy, man.
We can't slide tandems and all that stuff on those
Yeah,
trailers. You know
you
what I mean?
set. You're just that's where it's at. What
Yeah.
about your fifth wheel? You can slide that though, right?
I can, but I ain't never slid a fifth wheel before.
Yeah,
I've
you really
never
don't
done
have
that
to.
before. I mean, like, how do you
All
slide it just
right.
like you do the tandems?
Yeah, well, on your truck, I'm not sure if yours has the
I got a
actual
button
bolts.
inside.
Okay, yeah. So all you got to do is push it up and then you slide it all the way back till it stops. You all the way to the rear. That sets
Yeah,
for a better ride. It's like a Cadillac then.
I
It looked
got
like a stretched out. Well, you got a Pro Max, don't you? No, you got
No,
a
man, 9400.
yeah, my bad, my 94 International. Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
like a stretched International, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it depends on the trailers and the loads that you're hauling, whether you need to pull your fifth wheel back or not. But pulling a
Mhm.
53 drive in like me or something like you probably leave it where the headboard of the trailer is just flush with the tires,
Yeah,
the drive
exactly.
tires.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. Yeah.
So,
And we got those, those permits that allow us to carry 90,000 as well.
yeah.
But I mean, they're no good on the interstate though. You got to be on a regular state highway.
Are you so you can use US routes to
Yeah,
Virginia. I got you.
with that 90,000 pound permit.
I
Yeah, but I
got you.
don't like pulling around 90,000 pounds with my truck though.
I believe it.
I don't like
Neither
doing
do
that.
I.
Yeah.
So I had Burgundy. I was coming through US Route 30 out in West Virginia, I believe it was, and I was probably maxed out to what I was supposed to have. I
Uh-huh.
should not have been out on US Route 30, and a guy was behind me pulling a dump trailer, and he had another friend with him. They're like, "Hey, driver, just letting you know your brakes are smoking a little bit." My wife's over there on the trailer, My wife's over there going, "I'm enjoying this ride, it's so beautiful out here," and I'm like, "I'm not." Using every gear I can in the high
Uh-huh.
side. And I finally said, "You know what, driver, I'm gonna get out your way, man." And he's like, "No, man, take your time. OTR guys just shouldn't be out here."
Uh-huh.
I said,
Uh-huh.
"That's all right. I'm a regional guy." And he laughed, and he said, "Man, you can keep on." I said, "No, I'm gonna let y'all have it."
Yeah.
So I've let them go on by. I pulled off about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Coming back down the mountain, finally made it to the stop sign there at the bottom of US 30. Was taking a right.
Uh-huh.
And they coming back the other way, "Hey, driver, glad to see you made it off top of that mountain." I mean, it gets dangerous, man.
What's
The
the
heavier
scariest
it
thing
is.
you ever had happen on the road since you've
That,
been driving? That, yeah.
that, there was no guardrails and it's up in the top of the mountains of West Virginia. I'm
uh,
thinking wrong turn stuff. You know what I mean?
sheesh.
Just waiting for that dude to hop out the woods. I keep on going, smoking brakes or not.
I've had a couple of close calls, man. I ain't had too much going on the mountain. I got one mountain that I cross when I'm going out west on 64. I think that's called Afton Mountain. But I mean, it's not really nothing, big. I think it's like a 6 mile, maybe 5 or 6 mile mountain. You know what I mean? Up and down. But it's not, it's not too bad though.
Not
But I
too
tell you, when I
scary.
first started though, man, I went to get my tires changed one day. Had to get something done with the tires, man. And this place, they actually recommended that within like 100 miles or whatever, like you come back 150 miles and get your tires retorqued or whatever. But I wasn't 100 miles away.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I'm coming down 64, man, and the two tires came past me rolling on the interstate, man.
Nah.
Them joints came past me. I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I just, checking mirrors like I would, and saw the wobbling, man. And I'm like, what in the world? It was really just like one trip. Like that was up in Doswell. You're probably not familiar with the area, but where I got the tires changed at, where I got the tires changed at was up in Doswell. Left from there to come down to West Point to bring something down to West Point, and on the way, same day, on the way back up to Doswell to grab up another load, right around the corner from where I got the tire changed at. That's where it happened.
And they rolling past you.
The joints rolled past me, man.
Bro.
Like guided missiles. They went down the interstate, man.
I would have lost it.
Man, you talk about something scary. Everybody slowed down, luckily, man. Everybody slowed down. Man. Had a couple people slam on brakes in front of me. Had that happen.
I'm sure you was heavy too.
Yeah. When I'm thinking, the time I'm thinking about right now, I had flatbed, and I think I had a load of rocks.
So you haven't only just drove a dump trailer. You've I guess it's a chip trailer.
Yeah. No, I've done flatbed and regular van as well. I drove dump truck as well. I'm not really like full time, but in the wintertime, Curtis Contracting up the street, they always hire snowplow drivers. So for the last few years, I would go up there, whenever it's inclement weather. I ain't driving in no inclement weather, man. But it's like, park the truck and hop right in a snowplow, because they'll normally call you, you know what I mean, and keep on rolling. And then they pay like $40 an hour to do that. Damn. You go out on like a 12-hour shift, I think they're doing $50 an hour this year. So go out on a 12-hour shift and just kind of sit around a lot of the times, you know what I mean, and get $500, you know what I mean. So nice. Hey, I as a 1099 person that don't get paid unless you work, I'm like, this is cool right here, man. This is a cool off time. Like if I'm gonna be out here, I would prefer to be in a snowplow, you know what I mean. And then most of the time you end up sitting around waiting your own call a lot of the time. So
I seen a guy, he was bobtailing. We was up I think it was Ohio, on our way west of Wisconsin. He was driving a Volvo, one of them new B&L 760s. And he just, he's right on past us in the hammer lane. And I'm looking at the boss man. I was like, man, people like that, that's right there's the bonehead truckers, That's another guy following you too, Swift driver.
Yeah.
But I said,
I've watched a couple of his videos since you told me about him.
Man, that's a bonehead trucker, man. And sure enough, not even freaking 3 minutes later, he's upside down in the median. And I couldn't stop. I mean, by the time I see, it's like a whiteout, by the time I could see him, I'm like, oh God, I knew it, Neil, I knew it. And I'm slapping him on the shoulder. Look at this guy. Do I stop? And hell no, keep going. Too dangerous, But yeah, I drove all season, man. Every year for the past 9-10 years now.
Have you always driven van? You always pull van? Never done flatbed?
No, I thought about it a lot, man. I really wanted to do it, but I don't see myself getting out every 130, 200 miles to just
checking straps and changes.
Yeah, just
what made you want to do it? You say you wanted to do it. What made you even say, I think I might
I can see around the trailer?
Gotcha.
And it was more easier to maneuver, but I mean, especially with a split axle, something like split, I thought that would be cool, what I mean? And then whenever I'm empty, I just tow around a little dump truck or whatever, yellow dump truck on the back, Tonka.
Yeah, I seen those guys before, man. Come past me with a Tonka truck on the deck, man. That's the funniest.
He got a load on, don't he?
That's the funniest.
It's the little things, man. I said that my whole life. It's the little things that get me, dude, in that right there. I don't know. You can share stuff in here as well, right?
Yeah, you should have the ability to share your screen.
I think
you want to share your screen?
Well, not the whole screen. It's not really good, but I was thinking about showing you a picture if I can find it.
I'm not looking at the YouTube screen right now. If anybody's listening on YouTube, this is my homie Chris Ward. We just chopping it up, man. Chris is a regional driver, and we're actually considering starting a podcast together. He's a regional company driver. Me being a local owner operator now, we feel like just going on and having conversations between the two of us, we can probably give who's ever interested a lot of perspective on how the trucking profession works in general. So we're considering launching a podcast, doing a podcast, just kind of going on and chopping it up every so often. This is Chris Ward. He's a gamer as well. Chris been driving. How long you been truck driver, Chris? 10 years, 9
Yeah,
years?
10 years.
Yeah, 9-10 years. Chris been out on the
CDL
road.
driver for 9 years. A regular. I started driving a 40-foot straight truck for Thomasville Furniture Industries, TFI, and that was back in 2009, maybe. So about 12, 13 years
Gotcha,
altogether over the road. Since I've been married for 10 years, going on 11 years this year. So yeah, it's been 10 years CDL driver,
Gotcha,
about
man.
14 years over the road.
So yeah, this is just me and Chris chopping it up inside of Zoom right now. I'm not watching the comments. If any of you guys are commenting, I'll check them in a little bit, but we're just conversing, right? So if you want to stick around, me and Chris are just talking, you know what I mean? You'll probably get some nuggets from some of the stuff that we're talking about. Chris is also a trainer at his company. I want you to talk a little bit about that, because I ain't really asked you much about that, man. I create content, or I think I create content to try to help people pass the CDL test, but you really help people pass the CDL test.
Now you go through it. I mean, everything I've watched, I even watched stuff from you when I went to renew my CDL. I mean, I watched certain things, and then I started watching the first video on to what you got going on now, man.
Yeah.
That's why I think we hit it off. I kind of been around you for a couple of years. Yeah, baby, give me some water, please. Oh. But the first thing I'll say is the first reaction I get whenever I have a new guy in the truck that's never been behind the wheel is, man, you didn't yell at me, or you was very calm about the whole situation. It didn't matter how many times I say, when you're backing up, right means left and left means right with the wheel. You know what I mean? Turn left, you get the trailer going right, turn right. And I really appreciate that, man, because it takes a lot inside of me to tell myself to shut up. This is not my wife driving. I can't yell at her. I can't yell at this guy like, damn, baby, just pull over and let me drive. you know. But I do know practice makes perfect. And the first thing I do when I get you out with a truck is, you got to get your pre-trip. Before you get your pre-trip, we're not driving. At least get 50% of your pre-trip. And then I want to hear at the end of that pre-trip, if we do one side of the truck, that we would also do the other side the same way. We would check it the same way. And then we'll go. If you can do half the truck, we'll move. Because that's what they're going to require from you in a school or a DMV or wherever you go.
I was going to now, when you that pre-trip, are you teaching them how to do a pre-trip the way that they would have to do it to pass the test?
Yes. I'm starting at the front of the truck. This is the front of the truck. The lights underneath the truck open the hood. That's it. You got to know everything's properly mounted, secured. You got to know what colors are what on the lights, like amber in the front, red in the rear, the functions of those lights, and that they're not cracked, bent, or broken. Other than that, we move down the main components of the truck. You know the deal. I mean, that people on YouTube might not know the deal, but for the most part, you have to know what these components are on the truck. You have to name them and not necessarily touch them, but point them out, show them what you would check and why.
And what made you go ahead? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask you, what made you want to become a trainer with the company? What inspired that?
The passion for trucking and seeing another guy. I can tell right out the gate if you're going to be interested in it as much as I am, as much as I was passionate about it back then. And if I can't see that fire in you, then I'm going to tell my boss this is worthless. I don't have time for babies. And I've been, since so far working for him, I've been able to point out 9 babies. We only got 3 other new drivers. You know what I mean?
How many winners you picked, man?
3 out of like 12. 9 babies. I've told them I don't think they're worth it.
What did you see in them?
The lackness of most of it was oversleeping, not getting up whenever I'm up, because if you're on a certain schedule as a trucker and you do regional jobs or over the road, and yourself, that you have appointment times, that at least you have to be at the receiver or the shipper before a certain time in the afternoon. So We don't have windows just like 8 to 5. It's windows like 7 to 7 a.m. If it says 0700, you better be up and ready.
Yeah.
Depending on where we stop, depends on what time you wake up.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I don't want to stay in Chicago. I'm gonna stay in Indiana because it's nicer. I'm gonna stay in Gary, Indiana because they got a quicker steak and lube. You know what I mean? Something good with some steak. When I get up in the morning, I got to drive 45 minutes to get to Chicago, not to mention traffic. And
Okay.
so when I go to wake up, just give one lady, for instance, when I go to wake up in the morning, I said, I need you to be up with me. And, you know what's going on today. She's got a permit. I said, okay, I will. I'll be up. The next day, I'm
And you
up.
guys are out on the road. You're not
Oh, we out on the
right
road.
in. Yeah. Okay. I got you. You're
And I've worked with females and males,
okay.
kids and grown men. I don't care what age they are. It doesn't matter to me. We got one job. That's it.
Okay.
you know,
Okay. Okay.
the rest of the job comes by just doing it, like working a tablet for your logbooks
Uh-huh.
or having to fax, be a bill of ladings to whoever, or contact a broker or run a tracker on your phone for brokers,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. That's all stuff you get. And it's pretty self-explanatory because they send you a notification, hey, download this app. You just push start for track.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
When you're done, complete it.
Mm-hmm.
But this woman just wouldn't get up. And it wasn't like that one day, man. It was excessive. It's like over and over and
She
over.
in the sleeper.
Yeah.
She got a permit though. She's supposed to be learning.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
so what I do is I make them get their permit first. That shows me that you're serious. I'm not paying $70 for you to get your permit. You go do that on your own. Once you got your permit, then you got to get what is if you want your license, you have to get a DOT inspection, medical.
A medical card. Yeah.
Yeah, a medical card. Yeah, that's what I meant. I said inspection, but yeah, DOT medical card,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can get your CDL after 14 days of holding your permit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's what our goal was with her. She wanted me to pay for her medical card, which was like $95 where I go, and then she also wanted me to pay for her license when she got it, which is $100. And I told her, I said, if you got your permit, which she did on her own, it was like $30 plus the $40 application, check up on me and all your record and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
So the DMV charges you that. So $70 to get started with your permit. She paid for that. And I'm like, why won't you go ahead and pay for your medical card? Well, if I'm going to work for you, shouldn't if I'm required to have that, shouldn't y'all pay for that? So
No.
immediately we was having issues because that's the only three things I asked you to do first: license, permit, well, permit, license, and your medical card. If you can
Uh-huh.
take care of those, we'll go the rest of the way.
Uh-huh.
What am I asking you to spend? About $280,
Yeah.
$260,
Yeah.
and the company will reimburse you after that.
Uh-huh.
But it was just an issue with that. She just kept saying, "I think y'all should do it," and I feel bad because it was a woman in my neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
That's the bad thing. But
Is
I
she a
finally
truck
told
driver
her,
now?
no.
She let that stop her. I ain't gonna say she let that stop her, but essentially
Well, she
that was the
did.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not, I want to see you want it because I did
100%.
this on my own. I
Yeah,
didn't ask
man.
nobody. I paid school out in Hickory. Well, I think it was Newton, North Carolina, Hickory, around Hickory, North Carolina, Shelby, and
Uh-huh.
all that.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was I got my permit. Once I got my permit, my medical card, I went to driving with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
He paid me, hey, a couple miles. What is it called? It's called Metrolina. It's a greenhouse company that hauls plants for Lowe's, Walmart's, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So I got behind the wheel, got a little bit of driving, probably about a week's worth of driving. And then after that, I went and got my license on my own. I paid a school to give me a test. I think the test was like $600 to use their truck and trailer. And I use an old Dominion single axle truck, like back in 19 something, maybe early 2000s.
Uh-huh.
And I had an older woman, she was nice, she was cool, and she actually said, I shouldn't tell you this stuff to do, but I'm going to tell you a list of things not to do when we go on our driving test so you don't fail. I
Uh-huh.
said, yes, ma'am. I listened to her. I did my job. But I had that inspiration. Like I had that drive to say, this is my career. This is what I'm chosen to do because I
Uh-huh.
can't be a cop like I wanted to do. I don't want to do that. I
Uh-huh.
see too many of my friends getting in trouble for stupid stuff. And then sometimes you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a job for me.
Yeah.
And I finally just said, I'm going to be a truck driver. And I just did it. And if they don't have that drive, like I have that drive, man, I don't even want to put my effort into it because I don't get paid much more. to train
That was my
somebody.
next question. That was my next question to you.
I do make extra money. Don't get me wrong, but
But not
I don't,
much,
it's
not to the
not
point where
much.
it's like, yo, hey, I got you. And it's like, no, I ain't making enough to wait. I'm
Yeah.
wasting I still want you to get something out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
And about 80% of them, I'm spending the money that extra that I just made on them, because
how
by the
many,
end of our first week, they're not making the money.
how many people do you go through, would you
So
think?
far, it's been 13
In how
in the
long?
past, in the year and a
Yeah,
half,
yeah.
maybe.
I got you. Okay. I got you. So
And I've only
not too
chosen
bad.
3,
And all of these people go out on the truck with you
at least one
at some
week.
point.
That's my first thing is, if you can get your permit, go out of town with me for a week. And while I'm out of town, I'm working on them stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm working on pre-trips. I'm working on backing. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I'm basically doing every backing thing that you can do. You know, your parallel, your offset, whatever you want to call it, and your alley docks and your straight line backing. I mean, if you can do those 3, chances are you got it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't want nobody with me like that, man. I don't want nobody with me like that. I
Well, they
like
don't know
being
how to
in the truck.
drive.
I don't know. I don't care if they do know how to drive. My wife, I don't want
Oh,
nobody else in the truck with me, man. For real, I like being by myself in the truck.
I do too, man. Don't get me
I
wrong. I
bet
do
you
too.
do.
That's why he pays me a little extra, you know. But it's not. Sometimes it's definitely not worth the bull crap, man. It's
Yeah.
just like, what am I doing? I just need to go solo. Leave me alone.
Oh, hey, I want you. Hang on just 1 second, man. Let me mute YouTube out real quick. Hang on just 1 second. Hang on just 1 second.
He said, mute YouTube out.
Yeah, because I got the YouTube broadcast pulled up too.
Oh, you can hear.
Exactly. Yeah. I can hear it. Hang on just 1 second, man.
If I knew I was going to be in here waiting on the truck, man, I would have definitely brought my
How
PC.
long
Well,
you
I
been
got
in
the
there?
PC. Man, it's been like 6 hours now.
Okay, so just today.
It's a lot bigger than a truck. I would admit that.
Y'all
But
planning on hang on 1 second. There we go. So are y'all planning on being out tomorrow?
yeah, so the shop said, well, we can't finish today. And I said, well, that doesn't surprise me. When do you think you can be done? Well, we'll start again at 7 in the morning, maybe 8. I'm like, which is it, 7 or 8? I don't care, man. They're really good to us.
Where's the next place you're going to after that?
I don't know that answer. I just drop off, and then next thing the dispatch, I'm like, hey, we're good to go. We're out the shop. What do you want us to do? And they're like, hey, go here, do that. As long as the rate con looks good to me, I don't give a crap what we're doing. I follow the money.
I understand. I'm looking through the comments right now on YouTube actually before I click back off of there. And Abdullah Hi, Adan. I'm not sure if he's still here or not. It says I just failed my pre-trip inspection. It's a couple comments on here, but he's one of them.
Right.
RFT 757. I failed the first time. Parallel parking is just crazy time to fail because time's so crazy. Keep at it. Are you noticing that people having a hard time getting into the DMV or whatever down there?
Yeah, you got to set up an appointment time, and most of the time it's about 2 to 3 weeks out, depending on where you're going. The best place for people to go is probably Winston-Salem or High Point, North Carolina, if you're in North Carolina, obviously.
I got you. Yeah. So I mean, like, okay, never mind. I won't even ask that question.
Ask me whatever, man.
Well, I was about to ask about as far as like after people fail and they have to reschedule.
You'll just tell them, hey, I failed this time, and most of the time where I'm at, they'll just tell you, whenever you think you're available, come back again. And I think you have 3 times, and then you got to pay again to start over. So, but you can't do it within like a year or something like that.
I ain't sure, man.
I think it's something like that.
I passed mine the first time, man. I ain't go through all that.
I hate that he failed. I mean, do they know what they failed for? That's the question.
It didn't say. The one says, on backing he failed because of that. So
yeah, you got to know how to back up. That's the only way to make money in this job.
Yeah, man. Are you pretty proficient efficient at
Yeah.
backing up.
Hey,
I've
I
met
pull up as
OTR
many.
drivers before that are like, dude, I've been driving for 10 years now and I suck at
I got a
backing up.
high gear. We can go backwards in high gear if you want to. I don't care where you want to go at this point, you know. I already know what I got to do. The trailer got to get there, and I'm going to put it there. The truck knows how to do it. The trailer knows how to do it. I just got to show it.
Yeah,
It's like I just got to
yeah,
guide it in, man.
yeah.
Once you get that trailer turned into where you're going, you know, if you start to see the rear end going over a line, say I'm backing up on a dock, there's painted lines on the ground. If you see that rear end pointing in and you're a little jackknife, you know what I'm saying? Just
Mm-hmm,
pull
mm-hmm,
forward,
mm-hmm.
straighten up.
Yeah,
When you're in the real world, it doesn't matter.
yeah,
But while
yeah,
you're doing this test, you need to at least do it. I think it's like 4 times you have to pull up. After that, you failed.
yeah.
If you pull up at any on a straight line backing, bro, you need to just go back to school.
I've heard people say that they had problems on the straight back, and I've never said
How?
it to them before. But I'm like, how can you have problems on the straight back, man? Yeah, you definitely need to. You know what I mean? You definitely got to check your own
I
driving
could race
skills.
my grandpa's John Deere with a little green wagon on the back, on going backwards down the through the yard. You know what I mean? Slam on brakes, dump the load, and haul ass the other way. Them little trailers, they're harder though. That's
They are those
and
shorter trailers because they get off track much quicker. You're
and your
100% right.
trailer is harder too because the tandems are all the way at the rear. To
Yeah,
me, that seems like it wouldn't turn as sharp as mine would, but I don't know how long your trailer is.
45 foot.
So you got it. Okay, yeah. So your tandems would be about the same as where mine would be if I had them pulled up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I never
They're
had
about
problem backing, man. I never had an issue backing. 53 foot with flatbed with a, you know what I mean, with a whatever, with chip trailer, 45 foot. I never had a problem backing up. Driving's in my family, in my blood, man.
yeah.
I call
Oh
all
yeah.
everybody in my family is drivers. Like 80% of the people in my family is drivers of some sort. I
They knew it was money a long time ago.
don't know, I guess, man.
Everybody needs something, and a truck can bring it all.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you say you don't know where you're going to tomorrow yet, huh?
nah,
I
man. You
wouldn't have
know I
no
don't
idea.
care. I just chase that rainbow wherever it's going,
Man, I
man.
think about that a lot, man. I do get a little bit like bored, like going to the same places every day. But I mean, I ain't at work to be entertained. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. If I could, I mean, I guess I could get used to just going different places. Like you was talking about a minute ago, like I don't want to stay over the night here. I want to stay in Indiana. And it's like,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna be out there all kind of places, and I gotta figure all that stuff out.
You
What's the
normally
best truck
pass.
stop to stop at and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
man.
You
I
normally pass in the same places throughout the same time every day around the same time. So
uh-huh.
for you, that's beneficial if you have a small town and you know everybody at these truck stops. Like, hey, just grab me some coffee. Oh, what's up? The
Of
helpful
course.
truckers in the house, y'all.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah,
that's good because me, I'm constantly having to make new relationships. It's like,
exactly.
and then you go north, like where I'm at now, there is no hospitality, bro. Like where
Uh-huh.
we're at,
Uh-huh.
well, I say we, you, Virginia, we're neighbors, bro.
Uh-huh.
Where you're at,
Uh-huh.
it's totally different.
Uh-huh.
They
Uh-huh.
basically take the shirt off their back for you. You know, your
Uh-huh.
car's out of gas, push it to the gas station. Now here they gonna beep around you the whole time and keep hauling ass.
And give you the middle finger while they
Yeah.
speeding off
What are you
beside you.
doing, moron? Oh, I'm just out of gas. I'm sorry. But then again, why you out of gas? That's your negligence, I guess. Right? You get my point.
Yeah, man, I do. So the truck, y'all didn't have a tow bill or anything this time.
Not this time, man. We actually got it to stay running. When we got it towed the last time, he was talking to a mechanic friend of his on the phone, and we just had to get it off the highway. We
Uh,
didn't have no starter fluid. I wasn't going to walk 5 miles to go get some and come back. He just like, let's tow it. You know, damn
when's the
DOT
Freightliner?
man.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say the DOT man rode up on us and said, "Do you need a tow? Can you get it started?" We said, "No, we're on the damn exit ramp of the highway." And I mean, just get us out of here at this
Uh-huh.
point. They did. We sprayed some ether. We got on down the road again. You know, we
When's the
figured out we
Freightliner gonna be
lost
done?
pressure. Freightliner. Oh man, that's my baby. I miss her so bad. I told him that today too. A matter of fact, I want to say in about 2 weeks,
I got you. I
but
got you.
who knows, man? At this point, man, we keep having to pay bills on this Volvo. You're never going to be able to afford a bill on another truck, and
Yeah.
we don't have a huge fleet account. We don't have lease trucks that we can go out and lease. We can, but
Uh-huh.
if I go lease a new Volvo VNL 760 or 870 or whatever, and we're gonna have to go to California and back. That's 2 week trip, bro. That's
Uh-huh.
the only way to pay for that truck. It's gonna take more money to drive it than it would be to actually make money.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So that's why we don't lease. Although if we did lease, we would make money, but we're both homebodies. I like going home every weekend for the most part.
Uh-huh.
And here lately, I've been working about a week and a half just trying to help, the boss man keep up with the bills and the repairs and blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
so you don't stay out 3-4 weeks at a time.
No, hell no.
I
I ain't
got
got
you.
time for that. I go out, make my whatever I make and come back home. My
I
wife's
got you.
happy.
Yeah. I
So,
got you. I thought you was out for longer periods of time than that.
no, I have.
You
I have
have?
been. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. It sucks. From the first day you leave out to the time you come home, on the way home, you're hauling ass, speeding, running it, blowing past the weigh scale.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. I ain't doing that.
We
I
are
ain't doing
live.
that. Oh no, I'm playing. And I am getting GoPros, man. I've really been thinking about it. I'm just trying to weigh out my options of where I get them. And speaking of which, we can talk about that later if you want to, man. I really need a good GoPro, if not three of them.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find a way to mount them, not just on the truck, but on my head, a hat, anything like a strap band, so you can kind of
Mm-hmm.
get a bird's eye view of what's going
Mm-hmm.
on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you
They
know
said
something good, let me know.
yeah, they sell those. Yeah, definitely. The head strap things.
Oh, they
I
do.
bought a kit. I can't remember whether the kit came with the GoPro or whether I bought the kit separately. I ain't sure. I might have bought the kit separately, but it
Now, is
came
this
with the
something I can purchase from Walmart or something? Or
they got those kits at Walmart, but I mean, I got mine off of Amazon. But
okay, okay,
it got the head strap in it. It's got the chest strap in it. Like you can put a thing on your chest and clip it right here as well. It's got a
nice.
wrist strap with it. You can clip it here, and then it's got the. It came with the suction thingy that you put on your windshield in your truck to mount it there, and then it's got a couple of like sticky kind of like buckle clips. Basically, you can
Right.
stick it anywhere you want to, and then you can put the other buckle in, screw it in on the bottom of the GoPro, so you can mount it wherever you put the other side of the sticky thing at. I hope you understand what I'm saying with that.
Yeah, I
But
got you. I got you.
yeah. So yeah, that kit is on Amazon though, and it's got all of those different pieces and parts with it.
And I need a
So
drone too, man.
I was listening to a guy talk about a drone today. I
I
was
need
listening to
one,
that on
man.
YouTube today. Yeah.
Just imagine trucking through the mountains and all you see is trees and the drone is just kind of hovering over you while you're just diesel just rolling out your stack.
How you catch a shot like that, man?
You stop on the side of the damn mountain and then you get it again. Have it track you through the mountain, If you know
You
the
in the truck
elevation,
driving and the drone
yeah,
following you.
it will follow you. If I set it off, I say, all right, follow me. If I start at the top of the peak, I'm not gonna have to worry about anything hitting it. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Like it's
Uh-huh.
gonna kind of stay at a level speed while the road's going down like this. It's staying
Uh-huh.
above the trees.
Uh-huh.
And I can zoom in on the truck. It can manually zoom when I go back to do my footage. I can edit my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get passes of me going through. I don't know, man. I really think it's cool.
I mean, it
But
sounds
does a
cool.
drone fly 50, 60 miles an hour? That is the question. Does YouTube know that answer? I don't know.
I don't I notice, man, when I'm watching people do stuff like that on YouTube, as I'm watching it every time I'm like, man, I don't have time for stuff like that on the road. Just how I run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can see though how a person that's out like yourself or even an OTR guy that's out for a while, I could see how you guys would have time
A little bit
to
more
do
of a
that.
window there.
Yeah,
You have a
exactly.
set base, like you have two loads you do, and you have to have those loads done by a certain time. So you know what times you have for free. You know what I'm saying
Yep,
throughout the day.
yep,
I have 11 hours
yep,
to drive.
yep,
Other than that, the trip might be a 7 hour trip. I have to
yep,
be there tomorrow, not today.
yep, yep.
So that gives me time to stop.
And the place I'm going to right now to pick up from, they close at 3. So if
Oh,
anything happens in out the day, if I lose an hour, like the day I had to stop at the bank and then I had to run up to another place to stop, that took me about 45 minutes. You know what I mean? If I lose an hour, I ain't gonna be able to get that second one on with them closing at
no.
3. But I mean, the other place I was going to, they close at 8 at night and they were open on Saturday.
So
So
as long as you got that second load picked up by 3, you know you can still get another run out. But you was talking about having the trailer loaded, like having another trailer loaded. You still have both trailers, or you just running one?
Yeah, no, I still got both. The only reason I haven't turned the rental trailer back in yet is because I wanted to run my trailer for a couple of days just to make sure I
Yeah,
won't go have no problems with it.
yeah, no
But I
doubt,
mean,
no
I'm
doubt.
probably gonna turn that trailer back in next week though.
So you
More than
don't think it'd
likely.
be beneficial to have it loaded and waiting on standby? So when you come back with that last load, it's roughly 5 o'clock. You can still
Yeah.
get in haul ass, maybe.
I don't see it working with the place that I'm pulling from right now.
I got
I
you.
don't see it working there. But I mean, what I would hate to have happen is me run across some work or an opportunity to do something with a second trailer right after I turn it back in. Because ain't
So
no
we need to
guarantee I'm gonna be
find
able to rent
you.
it again, you know.
We need to find you a day cab and a driver. Your wife. There you go. Make an automatic day cab. Get that CDL E-class restriction and hit the road, baby. 4 loads in a day with 2 trucks. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
she be making that money, man.
yeah. Maybe she don't have a problem with driving. You know what I mean? She don't have a problem with that,
She
man.
looked happy in the truck with you,
Yeah. She don't have a problem with coming out driving. I
but
don't know
was
if
you
that's what.
happy in the truck with her?
Oh, 100%.
Okay,
We
good.
love spending time together, man. 100%. We love spending time
By the
together.
end of the week, me and my wife, I'm like, get out of my truck. I'm gonna Pepsi drop you.
uh,
You know what a Pepsi drop
I
is?
have no clue.
When you hire a rookie and
Uh
you done with him, you just done with this guy. He's just complete dumb bag of potatoes. You tell him go inside and get us a drink, hand him $5 and drive the hell off. I wanted to
Okay,
Pepsi
watch
drop my
this.
wife.
This is a. I'm gonna ask you this question in code. Do you know someone that's done that before?
Yeah, a time or two.
I say what?
A time or two.
I got you.
I mean, hey, if you get on the truck and you just full of it, man, and you've
uh,
been doing some stuff you're not supposed to, or you're just bad juju and you're not supposed to be in this profession, and I'm scared, you damn right. I'll Pepsi drop them real quick.
I
My
got you,
wife makes
man.
me scared.
Oh, what you mean?
I'm playing. I'm playing.
Okay.
No, man,
Okay.
I got a beautiful wife, man. I'm happy. We've been married now for 11 years this year.
Uh,
So it's they say a marriage is made in heaven, but so is thunder and lightning, and that's true when it comes to us, man.
if you this is the last question I want to ask you for tonight. If you wasn't driving a truck, what would you think you'd be doing?
Police officer.
Well, other than that, because I
Uh,
heard you say earlier that you kind of came to the conclusion that you didn't think that was for you.
I was a volunteer fireman when I was 18, so I would probably think about going back to that, but being involved with something like that, I mean, it takes a special
Gotcha.
person, and I just couldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
driving was like, hey, I get paid the road trip, why not? And I got a bed in this thing. Let's
Uh-huh.
go.
Uh-huh.
So that's why this hotel room ain't special. I got a TV, a bed, and a fridge and a microwave. What's new other than the
Y'all in the
bathroom?
same room?
Hell no. Get over
What,
there.
man? I mean, it could be that y'all might both be up in there. Like, we know you
I
ain't
like
fun.
him.
Huh?
He's cool. I
We know
like
you
him.
ain't
He's
like
cool.
that. I'm just saying.
But at the end of the day, like, I'm out of the truck, man. You're out of the truck. Go do whatever you want to do. Leave me alone. I'm going to go over here and do me and leave you alone, man. I'm not that we don't like each other. It's just he might want to talk on his phone to his woman or something. I don't know. I don't want to be there. And, every man needs his privacy.
100%.
So do whatever you
100%.
got to do.
100%. 100%. All
So
right,
she's
man.
been working behind you. I see.
My wife,
Yeah. Somebody
she
look like they do it.
she cooking up some food.
Oh,
She
God. That's why you ready to
preparing some
go.
food. Yeah, you
You
know it's
ready to
about to
go.
happen. You know it's about to happen. I got in a little bit later than I wanted to this evening, man. I got in I think I parked the truck right at 7:30. And I
Yeah.
normally get in probably about 4:30 or 5. About 5:30, somewhere around there. 4:30, 5:30. But I got a little sleepy on the way home. Did the same thing I did Friday. Pulled over, took me a nap. I think I dozed off at 4:30 and set the alarm for 5. Man, I didn't get back up till 5:44. I sleep so good in my truck, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I sleep so good in my
You
truck.
got that cloud pillow bed back
I don't
there.
have nothing special. Nope, nothing special in the truck. No special mattress, no special pillow, none of that stuff. But I guess it's just the vibration of the truck. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
with the right temperature when it's a little bit cool and you feel a little bit of the wind. Oh man, I get
It
some good
runs
sleep
through
in
your
that truck.
blood. So
Oh,
sleeping in it, you just natural.
maybe.
Get a good night's sleep. No melatonin needed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo,
All right,
man, I'm
man.
I'm about to hop off, man.
All right, buddy.
I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow just see how everything work out with the truck, man.
All right. I appreciate you, man. I hope y'all have a good night. Enjoy your supper. There.
Yeah,
See everybody in YouTube. See you later.
definitely, man. Matter of fact, before we hop off, let me check the comments real quick just to make sure nobody got a question or nothing they
Damn,
posted
she
up
gonna
there.
kill you, man.
My
Look,
wife.
this dinner is getting cold.
She used to it, man. You stream on YouTube. Yeah, let me make double sure. Is there nothing on here that somebody wanted answered? It was a crazy day today out on the interstate, man. It was accidents all over the place, man.
I didn't drive today. I got lucky. He started today, and we was only going like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
He drove us into Chicago, dropped off, went to the shop, and I've been in the hotel ever since. But yeah, traffic's been bad here too.
yeah. I like your eat, sleep, drive, repeat shirt.
Yeah, hey, you can find that at Raffine, Virginia. Old Petro. That's all we ever do besides shower and shave.
That's what's up, man. All right, man. I'm about to hop off then, man. There was
All
just a
right,
few
man.
comments and here's a few people listening to us chop it up. So yeah, we're gonna hop back on and do another one. And other than that, I'll hit you up tomorrow.
All right, bro. Y'all have a good night, man.
All right, Chris, hold it down, man.
Yes, sir.